Hi, what if you could compare 1966 AI with 2025 AI side by side in the same conversation? What if we could resurrect the 1966 AI therapist ELIZA but make it more terrifying? I'm about to show you ELIZA EXHUMED, a dual mode chatbot that lets you compare 60-year-old pattern matching with cutting edge Amazon Nova Premier AI built in just 4 days with Kiro. Let's dive into the darkness. Let's start with the interface. First, look at it. We've got 1,000 floating particles powered by 3.js, AI generated horror imagery from AWS Bedrock Stable Diffusion, and over 40 CSS animations creating this atmosphere, all running at 60 frames per second. If you can follow my mouse, I know it's not a bit clear here because I'm on the iPad, but there's actually a trail and there's eyes that are actually following you wherever you go. So let's start with the traditional mode. This is actually the pure 1966 ELIZA. Pattern matching, no neural networks, just rejects and reflection. So let's type a message. I'm gonna say, I am anxious. Hope I spelled it right. Send. Okay, let's wait for it. What does this mean for your soul? I am sad. So as you can see, the traditional ELIZA doesn't really offer any suggestions. It's still just pattern matching and will continuously do this thing if you have experimented with the traditional ELIZA. It's the classic reflection with the spooky twist. It simply matched my pattern, transformed what I was saying back to myself, and this is how chatbots worked in 1966. So let us resurrect by selecting here the toggle. Now this is my favorite feature because you will see this when it's resurrecting. The ghost, did you see it? Anyways, so this massive ghost pops up on the screen. It makes it shake. These flash effects. This theme actually changed a bit underneath, but you won't really see it right now. This is what makes the experience memorable. I definitely like the ghost. Anyway, so let's now talk to the modern resurrected ELIZA. Let me tell her that I am still anxious, that I am scared. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I am scared. Send. Fear a phantom. That's, see, now as you can notice already that the modern resurrected ELIZA is already using more words and it's not really reflecting what I said to it. It's actually generating new text because it's powered by Amazon Nova Premier. Let me tell it to talk to me like I'm a child, like I'm 6. Talk to me like I am 6. Because it's fetching the data. Look at that. Little one, imagine your feelings are like clouds in a stormy sky. Sometimes they might look scary, but remember the sun is always behind them waiting to shine. What makes your cloud today? Yeah, so yeah, something you can tell that now it's being powered by AI. So even in horror mode, it's still a therapist and it like still tries to follow what you prompted it to do, because it balances the spooky atmosphere with genuine emotional, or rather should I say emotional artificial intelligence. So can you see the background imagery is floating up and down. This is AI generated in real time. I built a multi-provider fallback system, AWS Bedrock Stable Diffusion first, then OpenAI DALL-E, then Unsplash, and finally procedural SVG generation. Users will always see atmospheric graphics even if the APIs fail. It's all animated and it's all responsive. So if you want, you can actually load it on different devices. Right now I'm on the iPad, but if you load it maybe on a different Windows device or on another Mac or an older version, you will see the graphics that are supported by your system. And here's what's wild is that I built this entire thing in 4 days, only spending 2 hours per day, using Kiro spec-driven development by supplying the files and vibe coding. The back end is TypeScript and Express with AWS Bedrock integration, of course. The front end is vanilla JavaScript. There is no React here, no Vue, no whatever, just pure web fundamentals with 3.js. So this is 5,700 lines of code generated through conversations with Kiro. I'd say things like make it spookier or add a massive ghost animation, and Kiro would generate production ready code. The graphics alone, like that was like 400 lines, like it was so long, of TypeScript with multi-provider fallback, and it was all generated in one conversation, like in one contextual system thing. I didn't have to really use a new session and open a new session rather. And so this project is really about the journey of AI from 1966 clever pattern matching to 2025 context-aware intelligence. Both have their charm. Traditional ELIZA is fast, predictable, and nostalgic. Nova Premier is intelligent, contextual, and creative. Once again, you can toggle between the two. This is the traditional ELIZA, and then when you go to the modern one, back again, you see what? You see the ghost. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can check it out on ELIZA-exhumed.onrender.com. Once again, you might see different graphics based on your device. It should work properly on mobile devices and web devices on the web, and desktop devices on the web. So yeah, the spirits are waiting while you chat with them. Okay, thanks. Bye. This is my submission for the Kiroween Hackathon.